Good morning and happy Sunday, everybody. Last week, but first of all, this is my weekly, every Sunday morning, clearing the bases episode where I clear out all my browser tabs of random items that are sports car related and they're really interesting, but didn't rise to the level of their own videos, or I just didn't have time to do a video on them. So I have a bunch of browser tabs to get through. First of all, I want to mention last week at like the 22-minute mark or so, my screen share died. You could still hear me, you could still see me talking, but my screen share just died, and I didn't know until for like 3 minutes until I was done with the video. So, sorry about that. Hopefully that doesn't happen again today. I might occasionally go back and forth to make sure that I'm still sharing because it doesn't alert me when it stops working. So, let's jump in here. I do have the greatest card I've ever purchased, the most expensive, I should say, most expensive card I've ever purchased. I'll put out a video this week. I also have a video with Chris Sewell. I'm probably going to release tomorrow morning, Monday morning. We're back, so excited. I don't know if we'll do a regular series, but we're doing a video tonight. So let's jump in here. All right, first of all, newly uncovered one-of-a-kind Sandy Koufax card headed to auction. And this is by Sports Collectors Daily, who's always great. Uh, this first paragraph. There's not much doubt that during his prime, Sandy Koufax was the king of diamonds. Uh, and now collectors are about to find out there's a seven of diamonds too. And the card is seven of diamonds. Completely missed the opportunity to use ace in here. Come on, man. Uh, anyway, this is the seven of diamonds. Normally it is a seven of hearts, if I remember correctly. Yes, there are 11 of these cards. PSA has graded. They're always seven of hearts. This is the diamonds, so it's very rare, one of a kind. Yeah, I just thought that was pretty neat. If you find a one of a kind card or just want to sell any of your vintage collection, you can always go to Just Collect. The sponsor of this video and this series is Just Collect, the country's top buyer of vintage sports cards. You can go to their website at justcollect.com. The link is in the description. Click on Appraise Your Collection, fill out your appraisal form, and get a free appraisal of your collection. Or you can just email Leighton Sheldon, the head of Just Collect, Leighton at justcollect.com. Make sure you tell them Junk Wax Hero sent you. All right. So this is our first big topic. This is somebody who said that they ordered, and here's the proof. 2023 MLB Topps Now game used bat relic, number to 25 or lower, Shohei Ohtani. They're unable to fulfill orders for this relic card. The order has been canceled and a refund is being processed. Here's the card. Game used ball relic. This is interesting. Yeah, no, I said bat relic. It says ball relic. Sorry. Here's the card. It appears to have, they've modeled it out here, but they didn't have the ball. So they're just selling a product that they never had. They sold out. They made $100,000 on this and now have to refund the money because they never actually had the ball to put into cards. So somebody said he wanted a more of a refund because he gave them what he called an interest-free loan for 11 months, which, yeah, sure. And they did respond to that saying, "We will not be providing additional compensation for these canceled Ohtani orders beyond the refund itself." And they talk about it's somewhere here. I don't remember. Maybe it wasn't here. It was in the other screenshot. Something about the Fanatics experience. I don't think you understand what the Fanatics experience is. Uh, so then this person, Matt Saltzman, who is uh, he's a big collector of game used baseballs, big time. Apparently, Top slash Fanatics reached out to him for balls from the game, and he asked them how much they would pay him for them, and they just never responded. So Top sold, again, this card here to collectors for hundreds of dollars, maybe thousands of dollars. I'm not sure. Uh, and they never had the ball, and they thought they were going to get it for free. And Matt Saltzman, of course, wanted to get paid for it. They're not donating it to some charity. And they just never responded and canceled the order. That's what it looks like to me. Um, yeah, not sure what they were expecting, but they didn't respond when I asked what they were paying. That's crazy. And so now people are starting to get worried about theirs too. We've got a Miguel Cabrera on-card auto relic, numbered to 49 or lower. Estimated ship date was 5 months ago, 4 to 5 months ago. And here's another one. This is a game-used base relic, numbered to 99 or lower, Bryce Harper. Estimated ship date 5 months ago. It's crazy. And now Topps is offering the same thing, but with Paul Skenes. We were able to acquire game-used baseballs from Paul Skenes' MLB debut. The baseballs were used during pitches thrown by Skenes. These baseball relics are being put into limited edition trading cards available now. There's also an open edition base card. Yeah. I don't know, man. Do they actually have these Paul Skenes baseballs? The price, $400 for the Paul Skenes. I'm sure it's sold out. I have no doubt. Yeah, it says it sold out in less than 5 minutes. uh, what do you think about this? First of all, would you buy this card? This seems cool. It's a cool thing to me. I wouldn't buy it, but maybe of my favorite, like if they had a Pedro Martinez game used ball, would I buy something like that? Maybe. Carl Yastrzemski, maybe. But I certainly wouldn't buy a Paul Skenes. That's not for me. I don't think it's bad. I think it's really cool. It's just, will they actually deliver these is the question. All right. Marvin Harrison Jr. is being sued by Fanatics for breach of contract. The lawsuit states the two sides have signed an autograph agreement dating back to last May worth more than $1 million, and Harrison is just not signing them. All right. I've had the Marvin Harrison out of order here. This was supposed to be the next item. So this was in Sports Card Nonsense, which is just an awful, awful Facebook group, and yet I'm in it, and I get some material from there sometimes. Look at this nonsense Topps is trying to get over on me. They had it's tough to tell, Deca autographed relic combo book card, gold parallel, of 10 St. Louis Cardinals legends. And they canceled it and mailed two really, really cheap packs along with a Snoop Lion autograph. And if you're not familiar with Snoop Lion, it's Snoop Dogg, but he went through a phase where he wanted to be called Snoop Lion, I guess. I, I'm not really sure. Now, Topps reached out to him asking if he wanted something other than the booklet, and he said no, and they sent this anyway. Now, part of this is probably that Bruce Sutter passed away. Since then, he passed away in 2022 after this redemption was sent. But there are a lot of examples of Topps reaching out to people. Remember, Topps recently went from 70,000, they announced, they went from 70,000 redemptions to 10,000 redemptions. And I think it's this bait and switch mentality. I'm calling it bait and switch. I don't know legally if it is, but you have a redemption and Topps says, "Here, we're gonna give you this instead." So, I don't know. And a lot of people are saying, "Well, the Snoop Lion autograph is worth more than this 10." That's not the point. Some people don't think about the value. Some people want the specific card to put in their collection and keep forever. Then there are some people who say, "I loved my swap. My swap was an upgrade, some bum pitcher for Daryl Strawberry autograph." So that's great. For some people, it works out. Let's talk about GameStop. GameStop is now taking PSA 8s, 9s, and 10s as store credit or cash at GameStop. Uh, get cash instantly with our no haggle, cash on the spot offer. If you've ever tried to sell a game to GameStop, you know this isn't going to be great. This is going to be, you bring in a $50 card and they offer you $4 for it. And they're only taking PSA graded cards. So here's the graded collectible checklist. They have to imagine working at GameStop, making probably close to minimum wage, and being told you are now buying PSA graded cards, which isn't a game, and you need to do these 11 things on a checklist that most collectors don't know how to do this stuff to make sure it's okay, to make sure it's real before you buy it. Injection spot. Run your finger along the bottom of the case. You will feel a bump in the center. If the case is completely smooth, reject the trade. Ticks. Hold the case flat and look at it from the side. On the left and right sides of the case, you will see 3 ticks or small lines. If these are absent, reject the trade. And this is just making it easier for scammers to figure out how to scam better. They're going to look at this and say, "Oh, I need this injection spot. I need these ticks. I need this part number." It's crazy. Tom. Yes, that's what I've been waiting for. The opportunity to sell my PSA slabs at GameStop, said no one. By the way, I don't have a Meatballs tweet this week. I am Meatballs makes an appearance every week. He didn't this week. I hope he's okay. It's sad. You've probably already seen this, but game worn cards are coming. Corbin Carroll wrote down, I don't know why he wrote all these things, what season, 2019 first year, 2020 COVID, 2022 injured, 2022 debut, 2023 NL Rookie of the Year, 2024 question mark. And then it says how many days from year one. And he numbered them to 6. They wore them, they put them in their pockets, destroyed them, as you can see here, and then autographed them, put inscriptions on. And here's the Bobby Witt Jr., which looks a lot better. You can see this is a 2. This is a 1. PSA 1 and 2. Autographed. I can't read this. Too longo. Your team's, I don't know what it says, game worn. So they wore them in games. It's a gimmick. I like some of these gimmicks. It's pretty cool. Somebody's gonna get this, but yeah, this person says too many inscriptions. I agree. It's a fun little gimmick though. Uh, so yeah, Bobby Witt Jr. and Corbett Carroll destroyed their baseball cards by secretly wearing them. This is on The Athletic, which I don't subscribe to. You remember a few weeks ago the $2 million card heist from who was the auction again? It was at Strongsville. Who was the Memory Lane? That's right. the investigation is continuing. Now, former Beckett CEO Sandeep Dua is suing the company, suing Beckett and its parent firm, Global Growth, over millions of dollars he says he's owed after he signed a termination agreement. Yeah, just another another misstep for Beckett. Another thing that's just going to keep bringing them down. All right, PSA introduces new holders. The thing here I'm interested in the most is impermeable to heat, humidity, water, and UV light. That seems like a big deal because I don't think they've ever made a claim to UV light resistance before. Am I right? I Googled it. I found nothing about PSA and UV other than PSA makes no claim to any UV light resistance. And now they're saying it's impermeable to UV light. I don't know. Let me know if I'm crazy. Adam of Splendid Sports Cards did a review of the new PSA slabs. I recommend going to watch that. Splendid Sports Cards. He has this great Larry Bird card that he shows off in the new slab. All right, let's get to some auctions. We have a 1920 Walter Johnson game-worn Washington Senators jersey, photo matched to the first game facing Babe Ruth as a Yankee, sold for $2 million. Got to get that last $10,000 in. Somebody had a bid for $2 million, I bet. And somebody else said, haha, I'm going to get you at 2.1. Of course, that includes the buyer's premium, so maybe not. But yeah, pretty neat. Photo matched first game facing Babe Ruth as a Yankee. $2 million. Then we have a 1961 Fleer basketball box, 24 unopened packs, $372,000. I'm still sharing my screen. This is fantastic. Pretty neat. And then we have a 1970s Hank Aaron game used fielder's glove. I don't know. Photo matched in 1973 with provenance to Aaron's last glove, sold for $210,000. That's pretty cool. Then we have a 1922 Ty Cobb game used bat, his last 400 season. And I believe I read that this is his only game used bat tied to a 400 season. Sold for $630,000. Yeah, I don't remember where I read that. This is the only Ty Cobb bat we have examined that can be placed to a season in which Cobb batted 400 or more. Yeah. And we have a 1968 Topps 3D Clemente, Roberto Clemente, PSA 10, sold for $99,000. It's a cool card. All right, we got a couple of Darren Rovell tweets here. 3 months ago, this ticket, the yellow one here, of Michael Jordan's second ever NBA game, sold for $7,653 at Golden. Last night, the red version right here sold at Heritage for 1/3 that amount, $2,520. The major difference is that Golden listing wrote that it was from his first NBA dunk. Heritage did not. I would argue that, sure, that's part of the difference, but the yellow one just looks better. Don't you think? You've got this kind of, maybe it's the scan, I'm not sure, but the Bucks logo looks way better in this yellow one. Everything looks better in the yellow one. Plus, this is a PSA 2. This is a PSA authentic. But yeah, sure. I mean, first NBA dunk. It's good stuff. The red one says laminated, and the MJ second NBA game laminated. Somebody points out this one isn't laminated, which might have had a part in its grading. All right, the napkin agreement that brought Lionel Messi to Barcelona. Uh, I don't know why I guess this is all personal stuff, but I think he was 13. Yeah, right here, 13 years old. Sold for 762,000 pounds. And I don't know what the currency conversion is for that. It is not 762,000 pounds sterling equals 965,000 United States dollars. So there you go. So about $1 million this sold for. Pretty cool. 1961 Yankees ticket. The day Roger Maris hit his 61st home run. This one is trimmed, but it looks awesome. If it'll load up. Other than this crease, you can't tell it's been trimmed. My eye. Sold for $48,000. That's a neat piece of American history. And then last week, I think I featured this 1948 Bowman baseball wax pack that was in the auction at the time. It has since sold for $138,000. One of 4 PSA graded examples, graded a PSA 7. Here we have a 1955 Sandy Koufax game-worn Brooklyn Dodgers rookie jersey, photo matched, and apparently a 50-50 chance. I read this from Will Stern. Yeah, I'll get to that in a second. Sold for $1.8 million. Will Stern says Koufax likely only wore 2 road jerseys that season. The odds that it's his debut jersey are basically 50-50. This same jersey sold 7 years ago for about 1/3 the amount that it sold for this week, $667,000. So big growth in game-worn jerseys. eBay seller lists this ticket as Hank Aaron's 25th home run. Must have been surprised when it sold last night for more than $10,000, almost $11,000. Turns out he missed a small detail. It was also Sandy Koufax's debut. So this is Koufax's debut ticket sold on eBay for about $11,000, and the seller didn't even know. Pretty cool. Raw. So that's going off to PSA, and somebody's either going to keep it or they're going to sell it for a big, big profit. I'm not going to end it. I thought about ending this on a sour note for Red Sox fans like me. We have the Bucky Dent game, Bucky Bleepin' Dent. Ticket autographed, and he even wrote effin'. Sold for $685. I thought about ending it on that, but we're going to talk a little bit about this. So I've been seeing a lot of tweets like this where people are comparing Paul Skenes' first Bowman card to other superstars' first Bowman cards, saying, is Paul Skenes really better than Garrett Cole? Here's the example I have right here. Skenes' first Bowman card selling $263. Garrett Cole sells for $79. No, Paul Skenes isn't better than Garrett Cole. He has not had a better career. I think this tweet says it all. Yeah, but Garrett Cole is Garrett Cole. Paul Skenes could be anything. He could even be Garrett Cole. That's right. This premium that people are paying isn't for what he's already done. It's for what he could do or could become. I don't get it. I wouldn't do it. I do get it. It's just not for me. But a lot of people pay a huge premium for potential. And I'm sorry, you probably know this. Everybody knows this. But I see this, not everybody, because I see this all the time. Why is Skeens going for more than established superstars? Yeah, and Ryan Spader says, you don't understand though, man. Skeens could be the next Garrett Cole. What do you think about any of these topics? I'm taking your comments. I read them. I like them. I appreciate them. Make sure you subscribed. Chris Sewell tomorrow. The most expensive credit card. It becomes my credit card. I don't have any credit cards. Most expensive baseball card I've ever bought. It now becomes my second favorite card ever. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you guys have a great Sunday.